Hello and welcome back to House Phiarlan, which has kind of become our second home since we acquired these, or the favour to get these Phiarlan buffs. And in a rare feat of organisation, I've decided to sit here, do the waffle, and then take the buffs. Wonders will never cease, eh? Uh, on the subject of planning, I've come up with, well, for what for me at least is a pretty inspired plan. As much as my planning at the start and with the feats was slapdash at best, so this one for level 12 for this life, I think is going to be pretty good. Level 12 will be the next feat choice, and I would like to be able to open up other possible scimitars other than just things that have keen on them to have the broad crit profile. So, I was wondering why it wasn't saying it wasn't saying 15 to 20. It's because they're not equipped. Okay. So, to that end, I think we're going to be taking the improved crit slashing, which we could have taken at this level, but really I'm prioritising the AoE from whirlwind attack, so that's what we've gone for this time around. So we're going to go for the improved crit slashing, and I took the liberty of creating with my main character. It's very rare I've done this, maybe never for weapons, maybe for caster sticks, but I don't think I've ever made a melee weapon before. So I was asking myself, what do we want in a weapon, or what's made us suffer the most? And one of the things definitely was this messing about to these ferrocrystal things, having to swap, for oozes and rust monsters. And so I discovered this Everbright metal that you can have as one of the craftable options, and that apparently is very strong against, well, doesn't get broken by, same as these crystal weapons don't, by ooze and rust monster. So I've done that as one of the options. The second option was Metaline, so we can bypass any Metaline damage reduction, and the extra slot I took con stat damage. So I think on how it works on a crit, which we will crit often, every one shot in 4 I think is a crit for us, with the wide profile the scimitar has, and with the improved crit slashing that we will have. So I expect that to do some nice extra damage too. And they've both got red augment slots, because I bought them fairly cheap just for a bit of platinum off the auction house, and got my main character Fools to do the crafting. They're now in the shared bank, and they both got rubies of acid 4d6 in them, and I just had a couple lying around in my crafting store, so I thought, why not whack them in. Acid is the least resisted amongst the 4 elements, I think, so I figured that might be a good choice. So that's the plan. Get to 12, improved crit slashing, and have a go with the new weapons. Now, for those of you who didn't know, I think it was the most recent update, was it 62? They revamped the weapon damage thing extensively. My understanding is that from level 1 to 10, the weapon damage is the same. So like you can see here, we've got 1d6, just a standard 1d6. But every level you go above 10, I think adds 0.2 to the weapon damage. So at 11 we'd start seeing 1.2 1d6. The 12 ones will be 1.4 1d6, and so on and so on and so on. So that's another reason I figured it might be quite good to have something to go to at 12. Um, if you don't have access to the crafting, or it's a bit too much trouble, or you don't have the materials, which I could totally understand all of those, there is another option you might try. You could try the calomel weapons using the what's it called, Kenneth challenge ingredients, and that's what I was going to do before I realised I could Kenneth craft. And I think those would be pretty decent, because those would come obviously with the same damage boost that all level 12 weapons would. If I'd been fortunate enough to find some Vorpal weapons, I might have considered that. I've just got an example here to illustrate for you. So that normally would be, what would it be at 16? 20 is a 3.0 W damage. So 16 normally I think would be 2.2. So Vorpal adds 0.5 to the damage. Oh, it says there, do you know, I'm docile, aren't I? It says there passive plus 0.5 W damage dice. The first thing it says, and I was blissfully overlooking it. I just picked that up to show you as an example. So that could have been an option around 16. We'll see. Maybe I could just, because 16 sounds like a fairly good break level, I could just craft some more of the same. The advantage of not, we're going to have a cloak with ghostly on it, so we're not going to have to swap out to this trinket anymore for reapers. And also we are going to have the Everbright on the weapons, so we're not going to have to swap for oozers or anything. So happy days from the initial struggles. I made a little note to show you I'd omitted these from these two slaver items from the last video. It's not so much the items themselves. My ring slots are a bit redundant at the moment, but I really wanted the Snow Peak speed, because I lost some speed off the boots. We still have speed 17 on there, but the last boots had 25, and I like to have the 30% speed at level 8 somewhere, and that sapphire is an awesome way to get that. So that's literally just there for the speed bonus. And I forgot to mention the Demon Heart Emerald. Again, that open lock stuff and all the rest. Strength is pretty welcome, because it's allowing me to pick up basically everything now and not have to cherry pick, which is nice, and then make a bit more platinum into the bargain to afford these auction house purchases. But the Demon Heart Emerald, which I think drops in the Isle of Dread, is very nice to have on a melee in particular. I think how it works, every hit has the potential to trigger some temporary hit points. Not a huge amount, maybe 20 or 30, but it's still something, a nice little shield of extra hit points to use, and I'm sure we will be making full use of that. What else was I going to mention at this moment in time? I've added, the only item I've added from level 9, belts of greater heroism, the planar gird from the Zorian Cipher quest in Jurasco. Very nice item to have if, like us, you have low UMD and no chance of casting greater heroism scrolls until way later on. What else did I have noted down? Yes, honourable mention to the Flame Guard lenses from the Temple of Elemental Evil. I could and probably should have equipped them for more double strike and more deadly, but it's only a little bit more, and my current glasses have well, True Sight is redundant because it's on the cap, but the Persuasion I am totally using to try and get me to some kind of a UMD level. As you can see, Scrolls of Teleport, even with a greater heroism going, we still only have a 45% chance. I bet you I could slightly improve that if I slotted... No, actually, we could improve it if we... Once we've got the Phiarlan buffs, because that's going to give me 4 more charisma, isn't it? So let's call that... what would that be? 50? Oh God, let's just take it and find out. Save my dodgy maths. I'm going with 65. No, 55. Okay. So it boosted charisma up a little bit, and now we're at 55 chance. Which, it's functional, isn't it? It's enough, just about tooth and nail, to be able to use those, and to raise a dead comrade. You know, if we're in a peaceful situation, certainly no good for in the middle of a combat. It just would never cut it. What was I? Oh yeah, the flame guard lenses from the Temple of Evil. All things being equal, I would be wearing those, but these glasses have my Master's Gift slotted for a bit more XP, and the Persuasion for a boost on UMD is really helping us out at the moment. As you can see, without those, our chance plummets down to 40, which begins to be decidedly blur, and that's with greater heroism and the Phiarlan buffs, so we need the support these are providing. Okay, I think that's about it. I thought for this one we could perhaps have a go at a quest which has quite some memories for me in the game, if I can even go the right way towards it. Where's the Tear of Dhakaan? Is it down this way? No, it's down this way, isn't it? I can remember going... Am I still going the wrong way? Yep, still going the wrong way. There we go. I can remember going in here on hard difficulty with my first life trapper paladin, single weapon fighting, random loot gear, and getting absolutely slaughtered in here. That was before I had any kind of a guild or anything like that, or any real knowledge of the game, and I just got my ass handed in to me in here so many times. So I'm hoping history doesn't repeat itself. There's another significance as well to this particular one. One of the boss chests, which we will be going past, can drop a keen scimitar. So let's see if we can... We don't really need it, but let's see if we can find it. It's called the Rusted Shamshir, I think. And let's remember to use and abuse our newly acquired whirlwind attack. Let's see if we can make a big difference with that. So perhaps I can go less with the boost and lean a bit more on the whirlwind to enable us to save the boosts for when things are really sort of piling in, like this. Yeah, that's making quite an impression already, isn't it? So maybe whirlwinding to thin the field down, and then finishing off with the single weapon attacks. Do you know, without the boost it feels so slow.
Just steps ahead of you, an open shaft descends into water.
I'm really looking forward to showing you that, well, those crafted weapons that I've made. It's the first time I've done something like that. I just thought about it. I was going to try and do what I'd suggested and use the Kenneth challenges. And then I thought, you've spent all this time accumulating these crafting ingredients. You've got a decent level crafter. Why not have a go? And I hope and believe that the results are going to warrant the effort I went to. To be honest, even if they don't, the ingredients were only lying around in the bank anyway, so it'll be nice to try. Now you can see, well, for a start, you can see the amount of misses is nice. That's a proof that our AC is at least doing something, and you can see the deflected popping up all the time as well. Every 2 seconds we can deflect a missile. Oh crud, I should have put Featherfall on for there, shouldn't I? So if I just stand here now, oh, one of them hit us there. Must have hit us inside the 2-second window. But we're misses, dodges, so we are quite defensible from missile fire. Just the odd time, because there's a couple firing in quick succession. If they both hit, then we're in trouble, aren't we? But I think you could see we were reasonably resistant there. The next big one, as far as, oh, let's put a boost on here. Everything, in fact. I don't like the look of this. Yeah, this looks really bad. Big bosses can soon carve us up, can't they? The next big point as far as damage reduction and gear goes, I'm trying to take advantage of the last dregs of the boost we had going and interrupting myself into the process. Yeah, don't pull, oh god, oh no, it's okay, I don't think anything will come. Yeah, the next big breaking point for gear is going to be the level 12 with the Golden Greave boots from the Chains of Flame quest, from an optional in there. I think it's the Minotaur optional. Those boots, 15 DR, I'm not exaggerating when I say that can make or break your leveling as a melee. That's really, really strong. Can't we, why can't we get proper heals here? I'm not happy about this. Okay. Oh, maybe I could just no, I can't. I'm gonna have to. We can deflect a certain amount of missiles. Maybe we can just go around this section. I don't want to do too much of that. I don't want dungeon alert. I'm conscious of the fact I can't heal properly here either. I do have a ring to swap in should we ever absolutely need Featherfall. And I'm conscious of the fact I forgot to add my Reaper Cores at level 9. You can get the second level of Reaper Cores. So I really should have added those in. Missed my growing. You see it's gone on cooldown, but because I didn't hit with it, we didn't get the benefit of the growing storm. And because things are still shooting us, I think this might be where the rusted Shamshir thing can come. Oh! Don't die here. My god. Put the boosts on. We're gonna die, people. My word, hiding a cubbyhole, that was so stupid. I know that when you go to that chest, they come round the corner. I just know it. And still did it. And we still can't have proper heals. This is dreadful. I think it's because the archers at the back are still within range. If we come over here, can we have a proper heal? Surely now, they won't be shooting us at least. can't see what we're getting there. No. I can't really afford to go in that next room with such a low health. Blimey. Okay. Maybe I can use the Hood of Unrest to try to help get all the boosts on. I missed the growing storm thing again. I think we're gonna fail here. I just can't heal. Fear Reaper, oh my god. Are we still in its effect? No. We are. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. We're going to fail miserably, aren't we? Yep. Okay. Is there a shrine anywhere nearby? I don't think there is there? So that's pretty much game over. So I'm sorry about that, but I'm excited for the plans for the future. So hopefully you'll stick with it. It did show yet again the problems with heal. The only heal spell I have access to at the moment is Cure Light, and that would have done even less than the Cure Serious potions were doing. So there was just no option there. So would be a very good character to run with a group, definitely. Right, on that miserable note, I did at least get us to the chest where the Shamshir is located, but didn't even get halfway through the quest, so I'm sorry about that. Pretty shamefaced, but hopefully it'll get better in time. Thanks very much as always for looking, and I'll speak to you in the next one. Take care.